They said he was too small, too short for a power forward, too undersized to battle giants, too compact to dominate a league built for length. But size is a measurement. Belief is a decision. Charles Barkley understood something early. If you accept limits placed on you, they become permanent. If you reject them, they become irrelevant. He entered a league filled with 7-footers, towers in the paint, long arms, massive frames, players built to intimidate. He didn't shrink. He attacked. That decision changed everything. He did not try to play like a smaller version of them. He played like a bigger version of himself. Playing bigger than your body begins in the mind. Rebounding is not height first. It is desire first. It is timing. It is positioning. It is the refusal to be moved. Barkley refused to be moved. He did not look at a 7-footer and calculate disadvantage. He calculated angle. He calculated leverage. He calculated effort. Effort beats height when it is relentless. Relentless effort is intimidating. When someone shorter pushes you backwards, your confidence shifts. When someone smaller outjumps you, your belief cracks. He attacked space before giants claimed it. He carved position early. He widened his base. He used strength and timing to neutralize inches. Inches are physical. Timing is mental. He studied the ball off the rim. He anticipated trajectory. Anticipation removes reaction time. Removing reaction time creates advantage. Advantage creates dominance. He did not wait to see if he could compete. He assumed he could. Assumption shapes action. If you assume you are overmatched, you hesitate. If you assume you belong, you attack. He attacked every rebound like it was personal. Personal intensity changes posture. Posture communicates belief. Belief spreads. Opponents begin to feel it. You can see it in their body language. When someone smaller refuses to be bullied, giants grow cautious. Caution creates hesitation. Hesitation creates openings. He was never intimidated by height, because intimidation is internal. He decided height did not control him. That decision made him powerful. Now let's go deeper. Aggression is an advantage. Many players play carefully. They protect their reputation. They avoid contact. They fear foul trouble. They calculate safety. Barkley calculated impact. Impact requires force. Force requires commitment. Commitment requires courage. He attacked the rim without negotiation. No internal debate. No should I. Only I will. When you remove hesitation, you remove weakness. Weakness invites pressure. Strength repels it. He welcomed contact. Contact was proof of dominance. Playing through contact is not physical toughness alone. It is mental acceptance of discomfort. Most players avoid discomfort. He embraced it. Embracing discomfort builds fearlessness. Fearlessness builds momentum. Momentum builds belief. Belief builds dominance. He did not glide around defenders. He went through them. Going through resistance builds confidence. Confidence backed by physical presence is overwhelming. He rebounded in traffic. He finished through hands. He sprinted the floor. Energy is contagious. When one player refuses to slow down, others feel pressure. Pressure creates fatigue. Fatigue creates mistakes. Mistakes create opportunity. He thrived in chaos, but it was controlled chaos. His aggression was not reckless. It was directed. Directed aggression creates results. Undirected aggression creates fouls. He understood the difference. He knew when to push, when to spin, when to drop step, when to explode. Explosiveness is amplified by conviction. Conviction removes doubt. Doubt slows movement. Slow movement loses battles. He never played slow mentally. Even when surrounded by giants, he trusted his body. He trusted his leverage. He trusted his effort. Trust creates authority. Authority intimidates. You could see it in the way he battled for position. No flinching. No backing down. No shrinking. Shrinking happens when doubt whispers. He silenced the whisper. He did not see himself as undersized. He saw himself as unstoppable. Language matters. If you call yourself small, you play small. If you call yourself dominant, you act dominant. He chose dominance. He chose force. He chose to attack first. Attack first sets tone. Tone influences momentum. Momentum changes games. And when you attack without fear of being overpowered, something powerful happens. You realize limits were imaginary. Imaginary limits disappear under pressure. Real belief remains. There is a certain freedom that comes when you stop asking to be accepted. Charles Barkley never waited for permission to dominate. He didn't wait for the league to validate him. He didn't wait for analysts to anoint him. He didn't wait for taller players to allow him to compete. He chose his place. And that choice changed everything. Many players wait to be chosen. Chosen for the spotlight, chosen as the franchise, chosen as the leader. Waiting weakens belief. Choosing strengthens it. Barkley chose to believe he belonged at the top. Belief without validation is powerful. Validation can disappear. Belief must remain. He spoke with confidence before trophies arrived. He played with authority before championships came. Because identity is not earned externally, it is declared internally. He did not tone down his personality to be more likable. He did not soften his voice to be more acceptable. He understood something rare. Authenticity builds confidence. When you pretend to be something else, you hesitate. When you are fully yourself, you commit. Commitment removes doubt. Doubt slows aggression. He never played timid. Timidity is the result of caring too much about approval. He cared about impact. Impact is built through conviction. Conviction says, I am enough. I'm powerful. I belong here, even if others disagree. Especially if others disagree, because disagreement fuels the fire. He did not try to fit the mold. He broke it. Breaking molds requires courage. Courage attracts criticism. Criticism tests identity. He did not bend under it. He leaned into it. When critics called him undersized, he rebounded harder. When critics questioned his style, he attacked more aggressively. When critics doubted his leadership, he led louder. Not louder in volume, louder in presence. Presence is felt before it is heard. He walked onto the court like he owned space. Ownership is psychological. When you believe you belong, your posture shifts. Posture communicates dominance. Dominance creates doubt in others. He did not need silence to feel confident. He did not need universal praise. He needed alignment with himself. Alignment creates clarity. Clarity removes hesitation. Hesitation loses battles. He never hesitated. Now let's talk about authenticity as power. Some players try to be politically correct. Carefully measured, overly cautious. Barkley was direct, unfiltered, real. Being real is powerful because it removes mental strain. When you filter yourself constantly, you split your focus. Split focus reduces performance. He was singular, on and off the court. The same energy, the same voice, the same belief. Consistency builds trust. Trust builds influence. Influence builds leadership. He didn't try to be a textbook leader. He was himself. And being fully yourself builds gravity. Gravity pulls others in. Teammates respect authenticity. Opponents feel it. Fans recognize it. Authenticity eliminates fear of judgment. When you are comfortable being you, nothing external shakes you. He did not apologize for being physical. He did not apologize for being outspoken. He did not apologize for competing aggressively. He understood something powerful. If you shrink to be accepted, you lose power. If you expand to be yourself, you gain it. Expansion intimidates. Shrinking invites pressure. He expanded. Every rebound, every post-up, every fast break. He expanded into space. He expanded into contact. He expanded into criticism. Because expansion is growth. Growth compounds. Compounded growth builds legacy. He did not measure himself against others' expectations. He measured himself against effort. Effort never lies. Effort builds confidence. Confidence builds dominance. Dominance backed by authenticity is unstoppable. He was not trying to be Michael. He was not trying to be Magic. He was Charles, and Charles was enough. That is the lesson. You do not need to replicate greatness. You need to amplify yourself. Amplification builds identity. Identity builds belief. Belief builds fearlessness. Fearlessness builds dominance. And dominance does not require permission. It requires conviction. They measured you. Height, weight, reach, numbers on paper. But paper does not measure power. Power is internal. Power is belief. You are not defined by inches. You are defined by impact. Impact comes from conviction. Conviction removes hesitation. Hesitation is the only real limitation. You refuse to hesitate. You refuse to shrink. You refuse to accept ceilings placed on you. If they say you're too small, you play bigger. If they say you can't dominate, you attack harder. If they doubt your presence, you make them feel it. You do not wait to be accepted. You do not wait to be validated. You do not wait to be chosen. You choose yourself. Choosing yourself changes posture. Posture changes presence. Presence changes perception. Perception changes reality. You play bigger than your body because belief expands space. Belief strengthens stance. Belief creates fearlessness. You are not intimidated by size. You are not intimidated by noise. You are not intimidated by reputation. You attack first. You rebound first. You speak with confidence. You move with authority. Authority is mental. Mental power outweighs physical advantage. Say this internally now. I play bigger than my size. I dominate through belief. I do not accept limits. I attack without hesitation. I embrace contact. I welcome resistance. Resistance strengthens me. Doubt fuels me. Criticism sharpens me. I do not shrink for comfort. I expand into pressure. I create impact. I control my effort. Effort is my advantage. Energy is my weapon. Conviction is my foundation. I do not need permission to dominate. I do not need approval to compete. I belong. I'm powerful. I am fearless. And when I step onto the court, I take space. I take position. I take control. Because limits are physical. But power is mental. And my mindset is my edge.